Hi everyone, this is Selvi. Today's topic is estimation using planning poker technique. So in Agile methodology, we use planning poker as one of the technique for estimation. Of course, the estimation is relative estimation. So this estimation activity happens in backlog refinement event. So we will see in detail what happens in backlog refinement as a separate episode. But what happens in this estimation activity? So estimation of any work item is based on different factors. They are effort, uncertainty. Uncertainties or maybe dependencies or risk that we will be taking care with, and the complexity and the business value. So when we say uncertainties, we need some kind of clarification. When we are trying to clarify the uncertainties, we may identify some risk and dependencies. So that's the reason in uncertainties we generally capture dependencies and risk as part of resolution technique. So now, so estimation is based on these different factors, like five factors, whatever we have seen. Now estimation activity will be getting the input as work items from the product backlog. And after the estimation activity, the work items will get the estimation value in terms of story point. Story point is a representation of the estimation. So what we will do initially when we are going to start the estimation? When we get into the level that we are completely aware of the story or the work item, any work item, we are completely aware of the details and we know there are no dependencies and we are good to estimate. There are no uncertainties basically. We are good to start the estimation activity. First thing what we need to do is we need to identify the in relative estimation. The very first thing is to identify the smallest work item that comes with user story point value 1. Why so? With that only we will be comparing and bringing up the other story points. So when I say 1, we need to pick up the work item which has least effort, no dependencies and risk, and of course the complexity is very low and the business value is also low. We are picking that kind of item and we say as 1. Now as a team, we are giving the estimation for this particular work item is 1. Now this is going to be our base for calculating the rest of the estimation for other work items what we are going to perform the activity with. Now what we will do, we know what is 1. Now every time when we are going to estimate the other work items, we are going to compare how many times it is bigger. 3 times, 5 times, 8 times, 13 times we need to ensure, and we will be giving the story points to those work items. Now for giving this, we will be using a technique called planning poker. So what will happen in the planning poker technique? This uses planning poker cards. Okay. Poker card, there is a deck of cards which will be having different story point values like 0, half, 1, 2, 3, 5, 8, 13 and so on, and even infinity also. Now what happens in this activity? We have the poker cards. Every team member will get one set of cards. Okay. Now product owner has explained the information. Not only necessarily product owner, even for technical depth items, it can be a technical lead also. So as a team, we got the complete clarity of the work item. Now we are good to start the estimation. We will be like, are we ready with the team to start the estimation? We will be checking with the team. When team says yes, then everyone has the set of cards. So they know what is the value that they are going to give. So now we should say like, okay, on the count of 3, 2, 1, go. And now everyone will be showing their card. It is not like one person will be showing one time, because then it can get into a feel like someone can influence others. So we are not going into that mode. We will be just saying 3, 2, 1 and everyone will be showing their card at the same time. Now we will get to know from everyone what is the value. Now what will happen? So when everyone is showing the card, we will next see whether everyone is aligned or what. Definitely it may not happen in the situation everyone will be aligned, because everyone may have different opinion, right? They would have, their understanding may be different, skill set is different, so they may be giving, because it's an individual point of representation, right? So now we will be seeing, okay, someone is telling 3, majority is coming as 3. For example, everyone is saying 3 means there is no second thought, we can go as the user story point as 3. Let's take out of 5 members, 3 members are telling 3, one person is telling 5, one person is telling 13, then we have a trouble. Now we should understand, okay, why there is so much difference. 3 is there, 13 is there. So now we need to ask the people who have said 3 and the person who has said 13 to understand why 3 and 13. Because rest all have told 5, one person have told, another person has told 13. So we need to understand. We need to understand what is the view from the person who has said 3, whether the person has missed some use cases, or he or she may would have thought of some reuse of components, something like that. And 13% would have thought the complexity is more or the dependency is more. So we are trying to understand it. So in this way, we all will come to an alignment and give the story point value. Sometimes if everyone is telling 3 and only one person is telling 5, it is okay. We can ask them like whether 3 or 5, and accordingly we can pick that up. So whenever there is lot of differences in the story point value from team members, that is the time we need to initiate a discussion with the team members for the people who have said the very lowest value and for the people who have said the highest value, just to understand what is missing. So in this way, we will be getting for every work item a story point. So this story point is going to cover all the factors that what we have discussed, and at the end every work item will be getting the story point value. So this is the way planning poker works in the Agile methodology as part of estimation. Hope this episode would have helped many people in understanding the planning poker technique. Thanks everyone for listening. Happy learning and stay tuned.